Hello, welcome to your daily crypto news. Big shout out to the Bit Squad. Thanks for joining us today. If you haven't done so already and you would like to join the Bit Squad, go ahead and do that by clicking the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get notifications when we post a new video. Also, if you could do us a favor, smash the like button. Helps the video to get out to more people. So today we're looking at the markets and some other news stories. The big news of the day, I guess you could say, is that Bitcoin has not fallen further. As you can see by looking at the chart over here on the right side, we had quite a dip yesterday. We talked about the giant green candle that appeared almost out of nowhere to save the day yesterday. And Bitcoin has continued to climb just a little bit. It's up about, well, you can see here, 1.12%. It's up about $100 or so since yesterday. But I hope we're not seeing what could possibly become a Bart Simpson and we might go back down. What I'm hoping is that we will continue to go back up. I think hitting 5,800 was low enough. I think that just the sentiments of the market, you know, I've never been into stock investing. I've never been into charts and, investing in stocks. I like cryptocurrency. I like the technology, and that's why I came into the space. And while I have been in Bitcoin for a long time or known about it or owned some for a long time, I wasn't like nearly as into it as I am right now. And obviously I have a YouTube channel, but you know, I'm really starting to learn the difference between bear markets and bull markets. During a bear market, the crazy thing about it is in the beginning, everyone is still bullish. Like all of the sentiments about crypto are bullish. You're like, oh, well, it just dropped a little bit. Oh, well, it just dropped a little bit more, but it's going to go back up. It's going to go back up. Wait for this news or wait for that. But what happens in a bear market is that you could run a poll right now and say, are you bearish or bullish? And most people are probably going to say bearish right now. The sentiment of the market has totally changed. And it seems like when it gets to this point where everybody is negative, then that's the spot where you've probably hit bottom. And the same thing will go for a bull market. When everyone is positive and everyone's like, buy, 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 and people are buying stuff they don't even know what it is, that's when you should start, thinking about maybe shorting Bitcoin or the price going down. So just an interesting thought I had on the markets as I've been watching, especially like on crypto Twitter. Join me on Twitter, bitboy_hodl. But on crypto Twitter, it's just been amazing to watch the difference between people over the last few months. And when things start to get excited, people start to get pumped again. And then all of a sudden the bottom drops out and people just, it's like they hate crypto. People who have been tweeting about crypto nonstop for months or maybe even years, during a bear market, they get to a point where they don't even want to talk about crypto. So hopefully we are at the end of that. Hopefully we're going to be moving up. I don't want to see like an 18-month bear market, which is a possibility. I would like to see some gains here pretty soon. And I'm hoping, I'm optimistic about it. Maybe that's not a good sign. But let's look. Pretty much everything in the top 10 are winners today. Tron, Stellar, and Ripple. I mean, they're down just a shade. Tether doesn't count. Binance Coin down a little bit. Omise Go, Icon. Icon's about at dead even, really. Biggest winners of the day, Cortex, Theta Token. 2 big days in a row for Theta Token. Populous, Kyber Network, Centrality. All up over 10%. You got a lot in the 1 to 5% range. Then as far as losers of the day, you have Redcoin, Dogecoin, 2 high supply coins. GX Chain, Moac, Embercoin, Archain, and Wakey Chain coming back a little bit down to earth. So let's look at the news. So today is officially Tron Independence Day. I said in the past I thought we would see big gains for Tron as it approached, but of course that's not really possible since the whole market has been down. So it really didn't give Tron a chance to show us what it could do. And now it is no longer on the Ethereum blockchain. It is its own coin at this point. So one thing that they're doing to celebrate is the coin burn. They're doing a Tron coin burn. And you may be wondering to yourself, what is a coin burn? Maybe you don't know. It sounds negative, right? Why would you burn your coins? But think of it like this. With US dollars, we have basically an unlimited supply. The mint can just print however many they want. But when you have a currency that has a limited supply and you remove 1 billion of those 1 billion of those coins out of that total supply of 100 billion, now you made the value of each individual Tron coin go up. So that is why Tron is doing this coin burn. Like I said, the example I gave is actually what Tron is doing. They have 100 billion total supply. They're burning 1 billion, so there will be 99 billion in total supply. They're keeping 32 billion of those. Basically, about 33% of the coins is going to be held by the Tron Foundation until January of 2020. So I think we're all pulling for Tron to be successful. I don't know, maybe if you're a big fan of EOS, you don't want it to be successful, or Ethereum. But I want to see Tron do well. I want to see the mainnet launch, or the new blockchain. I want to see it thrive. I want to see apps built on it. Let's see what it can do. So that is what a coin burn is. That's the coin burn that Tron is doing for their Independence Day. So hopefully it all works out. So BitPanda to go is basically a cryptocurrency voucher that you can buy now in Austria. Good day, mate. Is that not right? But now you can buy these at the post office in Austria. It's got 400 different locations. You can go in, you can buy this voucher, and then you can go redeem it online for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, IOTA, Ripple, Dash, Komodo, and Bitcoin Cash. So 8 different cryptocurrencies. So if you live in Austria, I don't know if you're watching this video, but if you do, go buy one. I would love to see somebody actually do this and redeem this and, make it happen. So it's got a good selection of cryptos that you can buy. And honestly, this is a better way for people to get into crypto than it's currently constructed, especially if you want to buy one of those altcoins. Of course, Coinbase is pretty easy to use, but Binance has a learning curve that going and buying a voucher at the post office and redeeming it online probably doesn't have. So I think this is good news for all those coins. I would like to see this program expanded into other countries. That would be pretty cool. So Tether has now printed 250 million more Tether grants. And I think that, it's hard for me to really say bad stuff about Tether at this point unless we down the road find out that, I don't know, they paid the lawyers off, that they investigated it, whatever it might be. But I've turned on Tether. I guess it's probably okay. I'm still not going to Tether. I don't trust Bitfinex. I don't trust Tether. But I ultimately don't think that Tether is going to be a downfall to the market, since they did the audit and shows that they have $1 US for every Tether. At the time, I said I'd walk back some stuff I said, and I'll stick with that. However, I still will not be investing in Tether. But this is good bullish news whenever these property grants get printed, which could have been why we had the mini spike today. It wasn't very high, but we did have a spike. So ByteBall. But one thing ByteBall did not do very well for a long time was reveal their team. A lot of people started thinking that it was just one man running this project. And now on their website, they have officially displayed their team. It's got, it looks like, how many is that? 12, 14, 15 people that they've shown to, they've chosen to show on the website. And the cool thing is, as you know, we really like when you can click on a LinkedIn page or a GitHub page for some of these guys, for the developers. A lot of them have GitHubs. And now you can do some research on the Russian genius behind ByteBall. So Anton Cheremyov is the founder. You can look at his work history and things like that. I just like when projects show us their teams and give us a way to connect with them in a personal level, such as on LinkedIn. So good job, ByteBall, for finally being transparent about this. Not that they were necessarily trying to hide it, but it's just good to add another layer of transparency. So Electra. Electra is very similar to like PoonDX or Electronium that we've looked at before. Wanting to have point-of-sale systems and ATMs that will help with mass adoption. So on June 28th, Electra is going to announce their first ATM and point-of-sale partnership. It's going to be with a global company. It looks like they're trying to get mass adoption going, which I'm a big fan of, obviously. You can see their logo here. It's like 3 tiger toenails. I'm just kidding. They look like ATMs. But, really excited to see what this announcement is going to be. Maybe it's a reputable company, somebody you've heard of. That would be really awesome, so keep an eye on that. So in other news, we now have a new classification of tokens on the Ethereum network. So, of course, you've probably heard of ERC20s, which are most of the tokens built on Ethereum. Then you also have ERC721s. Those are called non-fungible tokens. So what a non-fungible token is, it means that each individual token is different. I think a good way to visualize this is like a quarter and a dime. Like, they look completely different. They each have their own individual value. And, if someone hands you a quarter, it's a quarter. If someone hands you a dime, it's a dime. but they're all part of this bigger currency that we call US dollars. So that may not exactly be right, but I think that's probably the best comparison I could come up with to think about what a non-fungible token is. So now the original creator of the ERC-721 has now created the ERC-1155. Now, the creator of the 1155 is the same creator of the 721. His name is Vitek Radomski, and he is also the co-founder of Enjin, which is a video game platform cryptocurrency. So Vitek says, our new ERC-1155 crypto item standard allows for infinite numbers of fungible and non-fungible items in a single deployed contract. We need it to be lightweight and easy for the network to handle. If this does take off, the gaming industry alone will require tens of millions of new items, but the application of this standard is by no means limited to the games market. ERC-1155 tokens could be used to certify all forms of ownership, tangible or digital. So where cryptocurrency comes in handy for the gaming space is like for collectibles. Like if you own a certain gun for a certain character on a certain game and you want to know that you're the only person that owns that specific game, pow, it goes on the blockchain, and now you're able to verify the ownership of it. And the tokens in the gaming world would be used to basically transmit that data back and forth on the blockchain. So it's easy to see why non-fungible tokens would be useful in the gaming world. So this is just big news. I love it when we have something totally new come in crypto. So I was glad to see a new classification of Ethereum tokens come out on the platform. A big shout out to the Bit Squad. Appreciate the engagement. If you're not a member of the Bit Squad and you want to be, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to smash that like button for us also. Until next time, that was your Daily Crypto News.